Okay, we're about to start, it's just about 10 o'clock. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 residents so far. So,
Okay,
gotta just put the phone down, Molly.
yeah. Can you hear me fairly well?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can loud and
Can you
clear.
hear us?
Yes.
Wally, can you hear us?
Yes,
Good.
yes, I can.
Okay.
If I can't, and I ask you to repeat yourselves.
Good.
I shall, but hopefully my hearing isn't that bad.
Okay.
We want, good morning, folks. Thank you for coming out this morning. The first order, it's now about 10 o'clock. The first order of business is the affidavit of notice of meeting, which the board has gotten. The roll call, it looks like everybody's here, which includes Wally, who's here by phone. The next order, which I neglected to put on the agenda, Janet is no longer present in the Middle River Club, and Bobby is. And we all agreed to this on April 19th, 2018. So we just need a board ratification on this issue. So is it with the board in agreement that Bobby is now president?
I make a motion, we agree, Bobby's president.
And second, and Bobby, you have agreed,
I agree.
and Wally, you've agreed, and I've agreed. Yes, Wally?
Yes.
Thank you. Moving along, the acceptance or rejection of previous board minutes dated March 27, 2018. 7 pages of them. Is there a motion to accept minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second.
Bobby, Janet. Is the board in agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
Wally?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Oh wow, this is going quick. The first order of business, miscounted, but the tennis court renovation for $32,000. Bobby, do you want to explain all this to everybody?
Yeah, let me, that way we can say, I know we've been trading emails, but at least, so we got 3 proposals at this point. Fast Dry Courts came in with a proposal to redo the whole thing at $50,000, which was discussed at the last board meeting, the only proposal we had at the time. We went back out to get 2 more proposals. Sports Surfaces came out here and gave us a verbal proposal of $12,000 higher than that, so 60-something thousand. And then last but not least, we got a proposal from AAA Courts. AAA Courts has proposed to do it for $27,500, significantly less than the other 2. What he's proposing is floating a layer of asphalt over the existing slab, and so keeping what we have out there, float an additional layer of asphalt. In that additional layer of asphalt, we would have a fiberglass mesh, which helps it from cracking further. Based upon what he's saying is that it should provide a 10-year life. That's kind of where we're at. I think email-wise, behind the scenes, when in our discussions, I think we thought that was the best choice at this point. I should also mention that all of them offer the same warranty, which is only a year. So no differences there. And then I think the only other thing that we have to choose is the court color and the fence color, which I know Peg proposed that we do green and green, which I'm fine with as well.
Okay.
So,
Excuse me, would that be a new fence or just painted?
just paint it.
Is it gonna have a coating on it of anything, or no?
On
A
the,
vinyl coating?
no, we haven't priced that. We could price that if that's something we want to talk about putting up, but like a windscreen is what you're talking about?
No, I think
No,
you're talking
vinyl
about
coating.
vinyl painting.
Vinyl paint?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just a standard paint.
From my experiences, if I just may say something, I've had a vinyl coated pool fence put in, and they are nice, they do last, but they're quite expensive. And something would cover our court in terms of its dimensions and its height. We could always get a quote
quote, did they check the net or the, you know, other things that
Yeah,
go with the tennis
they
court?
checked everything.
They did?
So
Okay.
it's in addition to the asphalt and the fence, it's getting everything into tip-top shape, looks like a brand new court, et cetera. And what we love from this quote, obviously, is it's half the price of what we originally thought we were gonna have to do.
My question is, given the percentage of usage for this amenity among all the amenities that we have, the percentage of usage is very, very low. The only time this court gets use is in the season, when, as Bob says, the old ladies are here to play tennis. That's when we see it. For 1 hour, I'm never gonna let you live that down, Bobby.
I hear you. Don't
Because I'm in that category, you see. It's 1 hour every day. Other than that, it's very sparse. And I just wonder if $32,000 is worth it for the percentage of its usage. I would rather money be spent on a pool decking to make sure that's in good condition, that gets all the usage.
I hear you. It also gets used for dog exercise too.
Absolutely, but my dog doesn't care about cracks.
Okay, but here's the deal.
If I may offer another suggestion or a comment, I think that as an owner, if we don't take care of issues like our amenities, when it comes time to sell our property or people even come in here, it's very important that they are up to snuff and meet the standards that I think we all would expect. When you look at the assessment per unit, $32,000 may be a lot of money, but I think the assessment per unit warrants us doing what has to be done to keep our complex up and running in a good manner.
And let me add further to that, and I gotta track it down in the condo docs, but I believe in order to get rid of any amenities, any shuffleboard, whatever we have out here, requires a 70% vote by owners. So if we're required to have it, so if we wanted to take it out to all the owners and think we're gonna get over 70%, I doubt it, but we could.
I also,
If we're gonna keep it, if we're gonna keep anything around here, we need to do the maintenance to it and keep it looking good.
it was just a question because of the percentage that it's used. And I understand that if even one person falls, it's gonna cost us more than 32 grand. I understand that intellectually. It's just, you know, I look at it and say, who the hell is using it? You know?
I hear you. Unfortunately, you know, we need to keep our community looking nice, and unfortunately that has gone on for a long time, and it really looks bad.
Just for your information, I got a price once a couple of years ago on vinyl fencing. Leaving the same post, but replacing the chain link with vinyl, it was about $10,000.
About $10,000.
You said that they're gonna surface, cover over what is already there. Do they look underneath to see if there's anything wrong with the ground underneath that may be causing cracks that they fill in?
Well, so, and this is where we've discussed, right? So, no, the answer is you can't really go underneath there and look at that. We're in Florida. We have sand for soil for the most part. Sand shifts. But at least in the conversations we've had with the contractors, et cetera, by putting the asphalt over, which is going to be a substantial amount of asphalt. We're not talking about a ½ inch over the existing, is that you've got some dips in there. So it's bringing everything level with a 1-inch slope so that it drains off of it properly so that water doesn't pool anymore, which is also causing some of that issue. Along with the fiberglass mesh in the middle, which gives it more stability. And, you know, the hope is that it lasts at least 10 years. But no one's willing to guarantee, no one's willing to give us a warranty. And that includes even if we, you know, tear the whole damn thing down and redo it again, so.
what time framing are we looking at doing this thing?
The idea is to get this going as soon as possible. So I know I talked to the guy yesterday, and I know he's chomping at the bit. He's going there in a couple of days, so I know he's ready to get to work. So it's just a matter of we have to approve it here formally, and then we can go.
Do we have any references?
Yeah, I do have references from him. He provided those. Apparently, he's even going to be on I think, HGTV on the Vanilla Ice
Oh,
rehab
there you
show.
go.
Vanilla ice. Vanilla. Will it interfere with any parking at all?
We need to discuss, so we haven't got that far yet, but yeah, coordination of what's gonna be required, especially when our parking and everything
Yeah.
else, as you know, I'm affected by that as well.
Right.
We'll need to figure all that out, but until we have somebody ready to sign up and everything else, we can't talk mobilization and coordination.
When they paint the lines, could they look into pickleball as well? It's a huge industry now, especially with seniors. I play tennis twice a week over at Holiday Park, so I'm a regular tennis player. And pickleball in the evenings is a huge draw as well. So when they paint the lines, I don't know if it's something that they can paint another line, because the pickleball court is a smaller.
Yeah, we can look into it and get a price. I don't know how that works, since we're probably setting a budget for this thing right now,
It
right?
doesn't
Well, how
change
much-
the court,
How
it
much
just-
is it about? I don't know what that is, I'm sorry.
It's a matter of paint.
It's just,
It's paint.
Oh.
it's additional lines.
Yeah, but if it's used in the evening, we're talking lighting as well.
Well, it's late till 8 o'clock tonight. I mean,
I don't know, I'm just saying.
Well, do people play tennis at night? I don't know.
I don't know about pickleball either. She said they play in the
Oh.
evening. That's
Oh.
why I.
Yeah, we're not adding, you're talking about they're using an hour a day, now you wanna add lighting?
For pickleball, for pickleball.
I mean, which one is it?
I've had other people ask about the pickleball lines.
Yeah.
We can
It'd be a
definitely,
good addition.
we can definitely look into it, and I think, right now we have a quote of 27,500. I think what we're talking about doing is approving a budget of 32,000 today.
Well, there was 4,000 extra for,
No, for the 4,000 extra is the 27,500. That's all included.
oh, it's all included,
That's
I'm
all.
sorry.
But, I mean, the good news is, right, nobody's doing a special assessment. Riverbend has the funds to pay, River
Okay.
Terrace has the funds to pay,
Oh,
River Shores has the
right.
funds to pay. So, I don't know if we need to set a higher budget now, or
Well,
we just
no.
say we're gonna do it.
Let me ask you something, because it past my years, you also wanted to do the, what's that court? The-
Shuffleboard?
Thank you.
Shuffleboard.
Did you say it to me, or did Peg, I don't know, came to you?
Somehow it came out, Hank, did you?
Did you want to do that as well? Because it's kind of the same thing.
Why
I
should
mean-
we?
it's even less. I mean, I've never seen it used, the shuffleboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
they use it. You know, the Canadians use it.
Yeah, well, the same guy could do it.
Right,
So-
I
so-
figured it was all kind
So
of
if we could get a proposal on that, and maybe,
included in this, and then
Included in
any
this.
excess funds, we can, I don't know, the deck or whatever. It's up to you, whatever you want to do.
well, we'll have them price it. Let's handle the tennis court now. We'll have them price out the shuffleboard.
Okay.
And then we can decide if that's something addition we want to do in here.
And it's needed at this point.
Well, it looked kind of like it was fading, because
Oh.
if the sun hits it every day, you know, it's,
It might just be painting.
right, it's a sun, yeah, I
Yeah,
said it's a sun thing.
that shouldn't be nearly as complicated as the tennis court.
No,
So,
Is
but,
that something Steve could do?
no.
no, you
No,
gotta,
it
you gotta resign.
requires lines and whatever. So that's why I made it an even, I didn't see that the 4 was included. So we could go 27.5, I don't know, it's probably $1,000 to do that. If you want to do 28.5 or whatever you want to do.
Why don't we approve a budget of 30 right now?
Okay,
And then I think we feel safe there, because it's $2,500 above and beyond for pickleball lines if we wanted. And then we can get a proposal on the
okay.
whatever you call that.
Shuffleboard court.
There you go.
And there's no sales tax, there should not be.
No,
Because it's construction, and you'll have whatever other things we discussed, like it's gonna be Middle River Club and all
yeah,
that stuff.
and I should bring up too, the one thing he did agree to was that we split it in thirds. The third would be
Oh, right.
the initial payment up front,
Okay,
1/3 when the asphalt is complete, and then 1/3 when it's finished,
okay,
Excellent.
which that works.
That's good, yeah. That's good.
good.
Just one more point about the tennis court. I don't think it should be allowed to be used as a dog run. The dogs go to the bathroom in there, the owner, especially P, the owner can't clean that up. And it's eventually gonna wear the material down. When they poop, you can't always get it all up and it's gonna be slippery. I think the There's plenty of other places to take the dogs.
Post a sign right on the gate that
Yeah.
dog's not allowed.
May I say something about that?
Yeah.
I never take my 8-pound puppy in there until she's done her business first. That's number one. Number two, I'm there 10 minutes in the evening. And if anything by accident happened, I can assure you I am prepared to take care of it. If we can't administer the dogs walking on the on the boardwalk, I don't see why I can't bring my dog there.
Because not
But it's a
everyone
tennis
would
court.
maybe do the same as you.
Right,
One
not
dog's
everybody is
allowed.
responsible.
Have you ever looked at the boardwalk? Has any dog
Yes.
done their business on the boardwalk?
No, but I see them walking there.
Yes, that's
Morning.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Why should we be allowed there and not in the tennis
We're not
court?
supposed to be allowed there.
They're not supposed to,
Right.
but they're allowed now. Nobody's policing them. So this is really mean-spirited as far as I'm concerned.
So I think
For
it's a
10
shame.
minutes a night.
Yeah, it's a shame, but you're just one person.
No, there's
Isn't
another
that-
person.
You
I
don't
have
have to keep your
a
hand
service
on.
dog.
It's
I'm
okay.
next, please.
You're next. Go ahead if you're next.
I just want to add that I think it's really, it's talking about mean spirit. Tennis courts are treated with some kind of metallic that prevents the tennis players from sliding. It eats right through their pads. And I think that for you ladies who want to use that should spend 5 minutes and Google up dogs in tennis courts. And it's really going to be quite a danger. So I think in terms of caring for your animals, I would look at,
Is that on there now?
it's online, yeah.
No, I said, is it on the tennis court now?
It's gonna be,
No,
it's gonna be in a couple months though.
If people care to
No, it's
it.
whatever you're
Oh,
talking about.
it's probably worn down quite a bit.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what you're saying is, if there's new surface, I
Correct.
should be concerned about her.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. And I can drop by, I can print it out.
That would be great.
And
If you could do
just
that
drop
for
it
me,
by
I would
for you,
appreciate it.
sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
It's really, I mean, there's a bunch of really sad stories online about
Okay.
her
Well,
dogs.
Lisa? Yeah.
Thank you. I understand about the dogs, but when I moved here, there were no pets, okay? And that's one of the reasons I moved here. When I walk out my door and I walk across the front sidewalk to go to my car, so many times all you smell is dog droppings. It's disgusting because no one goes to the dog area
Right.
unless,
That's not
I mean,
fair.
they may go there and I don't see them.
That's right,
But a
you
lot
don't.
of people that let their dogs just run wherever they want, and half of them don't clean it up. I've seen a lady with paper towels just scrubbing it into the grass. That's not a responsible pet owner. Now, this lady sounds very responsible, and I'm glad you are, but not everyone is like you
I
here.
agree, but that's not my concern. That's a concern that we all have to take care of.
Exactly.
How to
And
police
it's
that
not
is the
being
problem.
policed,
How do you
right?
police that?
Well, it's a
It's
slippery
very
slope.
difficult.
Guys, it's an important issue.
Yeah.
But we're kinda getting away from the tennis court a little
Okay.
bit, so kinda wanna rein it in and come back to our agenda items, and then we're gonna have the open discussion at the end. And we discuss dogs or whatever else we wanna discuss. So, do we have anything else on the tennis court that we wanna discuss?
I can't think of anything. You'll fix whatever, the third, and
Yeah,
however you need
yeah,
to do
and-
that.
And send it out to everybody for approval before we sign anything.
And when you're ready, I'll just get the checks ready, and then you can hand them out when they're
That works?
done,
That works.
and as you see fit.
Okay.
No, Tom, you'll make a motion.
Peg, you're making a motion, I gotta pay attention. Okay, I'm here. Peg.
I make a motion, we approve $30,000.
30K.
30.
Yes, because
30,000.
I misread it. I saw 4 and I added, it's not, and then we're gonna do the shuffleboard. And then there'll be other little,
And we appoint AAA to do the job.
the triple A, yes. I'm just curious, when do you want, sorry, we're in the middle of a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
Bobby. Just a question, when do you want this to be due for the 3 associations?
As soon as possible. So,
Did you hear that, Steve?
As soon as
Do you have the
possible,
money?
They want to
Yeah.
know